Hello, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use your Canva to design a simple and very easy PowerPoint presentation. And this is us giving this content to a particular subscribers that commented on our last video. We want to say thank you, we see you, and this video is dedicated specially for you. So now I hope so. This is what you need to do. Open up your Canva, and this is our Canva interface. And for a presentation video, before you start at all, you need to have a topic you want to present on, which means you need to have build on that topic. So now the Canva interface is this. You can come here, create a design. If at all you don't have presentation on this highlight icon here, right? But if you have it, just click on it over here, click on presentation. So over here you can see different templates that you can customize, but we are not going to customize the template because I want you to understand how exactly to go about presentation. This is a new slide, and the first slide is usually called a title slide. So you should have it at the back of your mind that this first slide, all you want to type in is the title and your name. So that's why it's called the title slide. And you click on this text. You can see the text option over here. Click on add the heading. Once you click on add the heading, come over here and you are going to type in the title of the topic of your presentation. That is the title. So now the title of the presentation today will be the importance of time management. So you type it in, but if you already have it copied in a particular place, just go ahead, copy it and paste it. So I have it already. All I need to do, change it to uppercase using this option over here, and then go. You can go with Canva Science, but I don't want Canva Science. So this is the particular part, the place where you would get your font. So I'm going to go with an archival black, and once you are there, then come over here and reduce the spacing. You know what, the spacing that I'm reducing is between the line, yes, not letters now. So once the spacing has been reduced, if you're okay with the font size, leave it that way, but if you need to increase it, click on this over here and increase the font size. So once you are done, I'm going to click on this text again, and I'll type in a little bit of body text and leave it in Canva Science Board. I'm going to type in by. You can see I type in by, change it to bold, leave it in bold. So once it's in bold, all you need to do is just let all of this line that is seated outside, then you put it in the middle. So now that we are done with that, go back to your text again and you're going to add the subheading. And for this subheading, to make things easier, is your name. So I'm going to type in my name, Blessing. Let's assume this is my name, Blessing Goodwill. And I'm going to change it. Please ensure that you are not using too much font because of font alignment, and even to ensure that the result of your presentation would actually be a neat one. So once this has been changed to this, you can see this is 92, this is 52. All you want to do is you only want your title, that is the title of your presentation, to have the um highest size of font, like to have the largest size of font. So now that we are done, now I'm going to click on this background color, and you're going to change it to a particular change it to a color that you would like, and this color actually goes well with me, so I'm going to leave it at this color. Feel free to explore the colors that you want, and of course I'll have to change this black, my test color, to something around purple, to just give me a taste of uniqueness and beauty. So I'm just going to go ahead and change all of the colors right here to purple. Just click on change So now that you are done with the first slide, which we call the title slide, click on the next slide and we are going to make it the introduction slide. We want people to know what time management is, or what the topic you want to talk about, what it is. So the next thing is to click on add the heading and drag it up over here. And of course, change the font before you even type in at all. You can also type in first and then change the font. So type in what is, I'm just using it as example, what is time management. So put your question mark without wasting much of our time. So now that we have what is time management, if you um, want the alignment to be like this, then feel free to leave it. I'll still come to that. Then I'll go to my text and go to add a subheading. And this subheading, I'm going to be using a font. I'm going to be using Big Shoulders font. You can use any font of your choice. So I'll go to my Word document where I had pasted the definition of time management. I'll copy it and come back to my Canva. I'll paste it right here. Time management is the process. So that is exactly the same thing you're going to do with yours too. So now that we've done this, please remember to go back to the title and reduce the line spacing. You can see that the line spacing is always big for archival black font. And then this one, the alignment, if you want it this way, if you want it to the left, you can see. If you want it to the right, if you want it, so you can say, but I love it this way. All I need to do is just to ensure that I click on the edges and then centralize it to make it make sense a little. So you can see that we are getting there. Then the next slide, you click on this add page over here, and this one will be your content slide. I said the first slide is your title slide. The second slide is your um, introduction slide. Please go back to your introduction slide and change the color to a purple. Change this one also to a purple. Just ensure color alignment too. It makes the work make sense and even neat. So add the heading for this content slide. So for this one, I'm just going to change it to, the first thing we do is change it. So let's assume whatever that you are creating on, just ensure that you are putting. So this one, I'm using 3 key benefits of managing your time well, and I'm just going to, go here and reduce the line spacing. Just do the same thing and change it to uppercase. Click on this 3 option and change it to uppercase if I thought what you copied was in small case. So once that is done, bring it up again, and then you are going to add a subheading. For this subheading, I already wrote out on my Word document what I want to use as a key benefit. So all I'm doing here is just to copy the key benefits that I've typed down, and then I'm going to paste it right here. Then come over here and change the font to the font that you are using, which is Big Shoulders Display. You can just highlight everything and change it to Big Shoulders Display. So once that is done, I'm going to come to the alignment. You can see I aligned it to the left, and then I ensure that this is increased, the sides. Then if you want everything to increase, please feel free to do that. And if you want to leave it like that, I left it at 58 and I don't want it bold. So 3 key benefit of this, and this particular slide, it is where this is the point where you will add pictures, images. And for this, I'm going to go to element and get some images, increase productivity. The way I go about it is I just come over here and type in increased productivity. So you search for increased productivity, just use keywords, and I'm going to come to my photos and click on see all. So I will be using this particular image over here, drag it to the left hand side, and one thing is remove the background. It's a picture, it's not a graphic. So the background has been removed, and I increase the size. This is all the picture right here. If you feel free to use it the way you want it, but I'm not going to use it this way. So I would have to just reduce, crop, reduce, just do a little bit of adjustment to it. That's the first one, which is increase productivity. Then for the second one, I'll search in reduced stress. So for this reduce stress, I'll go to my pictures again and click on see all. And I'm going to look for an image that resonates with me, talking about reducing stress. So you can make use of, this particular image right here. Then all I'm doing is I'm going to reduce it and crop. You can see, because I don't want it to actually take all of the page for me. Then click on BG remover. So once the BG has been removed, I'll need to just drop it down, and then I'll go to element again and type in work life balance. You can see better work life balance. Once I typed it in, I'll go to my pictures again, photos, and I love this image. Actually, I love it. The moment I stumbled upon it, I already knew I was going to use it. So I just removed the background. Then I'm looking for where to place it, which placing it right there is not a bad idea. Feel free to go over it again and look for more pictures to actually depict or explain your key point. Then the next thing you're going to do is, at least you can have about 3 slides for your content. Yes, you can have it for your content slide. You can have 3 slides, but here, to save time, I'll be using 2 slides to explain this. So I'm just going to click on this next one, and then I'll go to my text and add a heading. One thing you should notice is the color. I don't need to um add a color again, because the moment you um use a color on a background the first time, it helps you add it over and over again. So I'll click on this canvas sans again and click on archival black, and this time around I'm going to be using my Microsoft Word and simple tips for better time management. That's the next content I'm creating, I'm writing on, which is simple tips. And once I have it this way, I'm just going to drag it up, and also remember to let the line spacing be closer a little. And once that is done, I'll add a subheading, and this subheading, you can just go to your go to your font, change it to Big Show that's display. Once that is done, go to your word and do well to copy what you've written down as the simple time the simple tips for better time management. Please go back to this and to your slide 3 and change the color. Please don't forget to change the color each time. I think that is actually skipping my mind or escaping my mind. So I changed it to purple again, and then I'll please ensure that you are using the same font color. You don't want everything to look so unpredictable. So rough. You don't want it looking so rough. So now ensure to change this. Yes. So you can see what I did. I just set the alignment right. And once the alignment has been set right, go to your element again, and you're just going to type in set priorities. So you want to search in in your element for set priorities. So setting priorities, you should know that you know which one to let go and which one you are doing at the moment. So for this, I'm going to go with my graphics, and I would love to go with this. So, and since this one does not have a background, you don't need to tamper with anything. And for the second one, type in planner. You know what you are exactly talking about. You want to include it in your um, slides, right? So once that is done, click on any of the image that interests you and use it for your for your slide. And you also go with procrastination. So search for procrastination, and you're going to find a lot of pictures and graphics. So I'm going to go with graphics, and so I'll be using this graphics over here for my procrastination, because we are when you keep procrastinating, you're not managing your time well. So I'm going to leave it this way. And the next thing is, after all of the slides, you need another slide to actually be like your encouragement, just to tell people that after all I've said, oh, the main reason is please eat healthy. If at all you're talking about eating, but this one we are talking about time, so I'm just going to add another slide, and I'll go to my word because I've typed it there. I'm just going to put my encouragement word there, which is time is your most valuable asset, and then I'll click on this text and add the heading likewise. So for this heading, I'm just going to change it to an archival black and paste. Once I paste, change my text color to purple, and press in the backspace. Once that is done, lift it up. Once you lift your text box up, you change the color to purple. Yes, the color of the text, and come to line spacing. You don't want the line spacing to be as big as that, but it is okay this way. So once you are done with this, we are almost done. It remains your thank you slides. Actually, you can include both on the same page, but for me, I love it to actually be on different slides. So I'm just going to change it to archival black and type in thank you. You can put in thank you for listening. You can put in thank you, but I would love to leave it at thank you. Put an exclamation mark and then change the color to in purple. So once the color has been changed to purple, this is so beautiful. But now we are not done. The next thing you need to do after creating your thank you slide is you need to add transition and animation. You need to add transition and animation in order to bring life to your presentation slides. So this is what you do. Looking at this, you see this particular line over here means add transition. So just click on it to add transition. You can see we have the dissolve, we have the slide, we have the line wipe, we have the color wipe, we have the circle wipe, we have the match and move, flow, you can see stack. So you have enough, but I'm going to be using the line wipe for mine. And the duration, you can increase the duration, you can reduce it. You can see we have 9 seconds. Do you want it left? Do you want it this right? Do you want it up? Do you want it down? So you can see the way you can actually um so I think this left is perfect for me. Feel free to use anything, then you can just click on apply between all pages without wasting much of your time. So now the next thing is you would love to, if you would love to add an animation to your test, click on this test and click on animate. And of course, animation brings life to whatever you are actually using it for. So for this buy too, I'm adding an animation. I use a typewriter animation, so I'm going to use post for this buy, and likewise I'll use typewriter. Then you go to your second slice, ensure that you add animation to it. Then just feel free to use anything that you want to use, so feel free to use any animation. I'm using typewriter, and I'm also using different, I'm trying to mix it just to make it look beautiful, right? So you have the floor, it's your presentation, right? All you need to do is man it up, but ensure that you do it professionally. So I use typewriter mostly, and this one I'm just going to use Accent for the last one. So once that is done, we've added transition, we've added animation, you're already perfect. Like, this is just a 6 slide presentation PowerPoint. Then you come over here and give your um presentation a heading. So I'm going to use time management PPT, and once that is done, I will just click on, see, this present view is for you to actually present it immediately. So once you click on it, you have it presented, and over here click on share, and you want to download your presentation. And once you can see PDF standard, of course you don't want to download it as PDF standard, because you can see here that pages with videos, audio and animation won't play when exported as PDF. So you are going to download it as Word. Just click on download it as PowerPoint document, right? Or MP4 video, but I download mine as PowerPoint document. So once you click on that, what do? You click on download, and then you have it downloaded. At the end of this video, I'm going to play it what we just did for you. And thank you so much for watching. We would love you to suggest, tell us what content you love us to create on in our next video, in our next tutorial video. Thank you so much for watching. If you really enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like and share, and also subscribe if you haven't. Watching, and bye bye.